Hey everyone! Asakusa is one of the most popular tourist destinations in Tokyo, with most tourists visiting the Sensoji Temple, its numerous commercial streets, the nearby Sumida River, and its view of Tokyo Skytree and the infamous Golden Pool. Staying at one of the hotels allows you to explore Asakusa early in the morning without the need to take the train. And one ryokan I stayed at is literally 20 steps from this famous gate, Kaminarimon. This video here is a review of Kaminarimon Ryokan. The original ryokan was built in 1947 and rebuilt in 2019. There are 13 rooms, the smallest being 17 square meters, which is still bigger than many hotels in the city, but the rooms here are typically 20 to 30 square meters in size. Each room have different names, so just be aware of which one you actually book. The ground floor lobby is simple with ornaments dotted around. Take the elevator to the third floor front counter lobby. The staff here speaks English, which is really great, and are super friendly and greet you every time they see you. Now, because the building is pretty small, hallways are short, and the Japanese minimalist aesthetics are evident with the muted wallpaper and flooring and ambient lighting. The walls have subtle textures and patterns. The room I stayed in was called the Kurunkiku. The room sign is made of wood with calligraphy writing. Despite the newness of the hotel, the room signs evoke nature and history. Now, this Japanese-style room is about 33 to 36 square meters and sleeps 1 to 4 people. My check-in date was March 21st, 2023, and only stayed 1 night. That's because each night was about 40,500 yen, or about $400 Canadian at the time of booking. So what was the room like? Well, let's do a room tour. Now, in advance, it is a bit long, but it gives you an idea of what a larger room in this ryokan looks like. Okay. Key card, let's open it. A little dark, but that's because you have to put the key card into the slot here, which will turn on the power. So as you can see, this is the map of the floor, so floor plan, evacuation map. There's only 3 rooms on this floor. It's just absolutely incredible. So I really love kind of the privacy and opulence that this ryokan actually has. So here is the genkan, and the genkan is a bit of like a vestibule. So a very traditional ryokan Japanese house will have a genkan. So as you can see, I'm already doing improperly. I'm supposed to put it there, and the shoe faces out. So when you leave the room, all you gotta do with my gross feet is to slip it on, and then you can just go straight out. But yeah. So there's a bench here to put your shoe on. You got your coat hanger, so because you got something here already. I've actually already come in, so as if you kind of notice, there's a little bit of a mess here, and so this is well, the luggage they actually provide. They actually brought it up here, so that's really good. So this is kind of your little kind of setup with an espresso bar. You got your kind of your wagashi and your bottled water, and this is just your selection of different espresso cups or pods, tea kettle, wine glasses here. Nothing too out of the ordinary. And then here you have your selection of tea cups, coffee cups, glass tea, teacups here, spoon, and this is hojicha, and that one probably like matcha. Down here is your fridge. Here is your safety lock. As you can see, spotlight, one of them. All right, so sliding door, and this is your bathroom. So you have a very wonderful, I'm gonna have a bath tonight. This is a Japanese style kind of way to take a shower or a bath. You kind of sit down, that's your little kind of bowl that you pour water over yourself. This of course is your Western style bathtub. And this is pretty large by Japanese hotel standards. And then you have here your sink, tissue paper. I don't know what's in here actually, to be honest. Oh wow, beautiful. Let me turn this on. Very nice. So you got your body towel, razor, hairbrush, toothbrush, things like that. And then your towels, your waste baskets, hair dryer, 2 mirrors. All right, so then here, you might be wondering, where's the toilet? Well, here's the toilet. And, oh yeah, look at that. This is a tier A, top of the notch toilet that has a sensor, of course, when you approach. That will flap open and then you can do your business. There's also a sink here, so you can wash your hands, and of course a nice towel to dry your hands. And by the way, you do have a toilet slipper dedicated for this room. So once you close the door, everything will shut itself off. Now, very traditional, you have this sliding door again. This is washi paper, so it's very, very beautiful. Again, the attention to detail here is absolutely incredible. Here it is. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. This is, I think, a 28 square meter room, and it has 9 tatami mats. And you can see it's very traditional. If you're looking for something traditional, you want to stay in a traditional Japanese room, this is it. Now this room, as you can see, there's 1 bed, which means I'm the only guest here for tonight, and I get the entire 28 square meter room for 1 night. It's a lot, but hey. So this is the shelf or cabinet for all of the futon. And again, it sleeps 4. And they will prepare the futon for you. And then of course you can see here your table and your legless chair. Again, very traditional. And I guess if you have 4 guests, they'll have 4 chairs here. And since I'm only 1 person, they're not gonna have 4 chairs here for me. So only 1. Then you have your TV set. And then this is kind of your hotel policy book thingy. That's a phone, I guess, remote. Here's some information. So there is free Wi-Fi. Checkout is 11 a.m. So if you want to just utilize the, as much as you can because you paid so much money, 11 a.m. checkout is really good. And no smoking, of course, and so on. So all this information here. Oh, it's so funny. They say, please refrain from touching the ornaments in the ryokan. Remember, don't touch. So, this particular room, I paid an arm and a leg because there's a couple of things that I want to show you guys. This room is a corner suite, and of course that means you are afforded 2 views. If you know Asakusa, there's a number of landmarks, and some of these landmarks are just incredibly iconic. If you haven't been to these places, it means that you just haven't been to Tokyo. So, the big reveal. Wow, this is so incredible. This will never get old. So this is Kaminarimon. This is the Thundering Dragon Lantern. So famous. You can see there are hundreds of people right now. And I'm sure people are actually noticing me filming. The Asakusa Tourist Information Center is there. And there's a number of facilities. The most important, of course, is the rooftop observation platform. Amazing views of Nakamise Street. which is down here. So again, hundreds of people are strolling, walking. And then Tokyo Skytree. Like, this is so incredible. Like, I cannot believe I'm actually here. It is just so amazing. And again, just to see all these people, like, strolling, sightseeing, taking, you can see a photographer there taking professional photos, and people taking selfies and stuff. And you're kind of looking at the action from above, and they don't even know that they're actually being looked at. So it's really, really incredible. So this is one of the views. The second view is this one. This is the view that I really was looking for. This is, of course, Nakamise Street, Sensoji Temple, the pagoda, and all of these buildings that line on both sides of Nakamise Street. Now, breakfast costs 3,000 yen on top of your hotel stay. So it is up to you if you want to try out their Japanese-style breakfast, which consists of many small dishes and are presented in delicate and colorful porcelain dishes and bowls. I totally recommend the breakfast, however, because of how carefully they prepared each dish. Now remember, Japanese cuisine like this relies on fresh ingredients and cooking techniques to bring the flavors out. So don't expect extreme flavors like in Western cuisine. The Ryokan is located in an enviable prime location within Asakusa. Although there are many hotels, inns, and ryokans throughout this district, this ryokan here is closest to Kaminarimon Gate, one of the most popular tourist landmarks in all of Tokyo. In front and to the left of the ryokan is Nakamise Street and Sensoji Temple. Walking a little further to the east is Sumida River, which affords great views of Tokyo Skytree, the river itself, and at this time of year, the famous sakura blossoms. Asakusa, of course, is also located near Oshiage, which is where Tokyo Skytree is, and the famed kitchen street, Kappabashi. One of the greatest advantages of staying so close to these landmarks is you can go for a morning stroll in Nakamise Street to Sensoji Temple, or walking down Sumida River and watch the world go by, all without taking the train to Asakusa. Again, you can find other accommodations, but this ryokan has a sense of sophistication yet simplicity. So is the 40,000 yen per night stay worth it? Well, yes and no. I can definitely see why the room is worth this much money, due to the ryokan's location, to local landmarks, and you get to stay in such a historic location. The room has a premium price because of not only the astounding views of Sensoji Temple, but also the view's angle was perfect for photography and time-lapse videos. Now, since I'm not rich, staying here for one night is more than I can afford. And because the exchange rate has been favorable compared to 2019, it actually costs less than what I would have paid 4 years ago. Now, hotels at this price are never worth it because you can find cheaper alternatives, especially if you don't care about the views. Now, if that's the case, you can still stay at this ryokan because it has smaller rooms with the views for a much cheaper price. So the decision, of course, is up to you. Well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.